Hi everybody, welcome to our next video. This is about how to use the balance beam to work on balance at home, because when we fail or do poorly on the single leg balance test and the selective functional movement assessment, sometimes the homework you get is like stand on 1 foot while you're waiting in line at the grocery store. And you're like, well, that gets boring fast. Okay, that is a great way to work on balance and work it into your day, but these are some fun ideas. You can go to the hardware store, get yourself a 2x4 by 6 feet long or 8 feet long if you've got space for it. I highly recommend paying the extra $1 or so for prime. That's going to have less knots in it, okay? And then you're going to set it up on the floor, and we're going to do a couple different ways. You're going to have Amber walk toe heel along the balance beam, okay? With balance, it's really important to walk very slowly and to keep your eyes forward, all right? If she's looking down at her feet the whole time, then she's not working on balance, okay? We tend to lean on our eyes and not use our joints and our little proprioceptors that are in them to help with balance. Now she's gonna go backwards like a boss. So if you're moving too fast, you're often substituting momentum for actual balance and skill. So it doesn't win you any points to do this in a big hurry, and you think you're better at balancing than you are because you're just rushing through it. All right, if she was really rocking that out and that was too easy, we could have her try it with her eyes closed.
It really wasn't.
She's like, no, that wasn't that easy. Right, and now you really see the difference. You can use your arms for a little extra balance here, but you're really relying now on your joints, and you can't cheat with your eyeballs at all. We get our balance from 3 places: our inner ear, our eyes, and our little position sensors that are called proprioceptors, and our joints. And we tend to really use our eyes. So this is a great way, nice, shaking is good. Great way to really isolate the proprioceptors. We can't take our ears out of it, but we can definitely take our eyes out of it. Okay, the next one I really like is a side shuffle. So she's gonna get on the beam with the balls of her feet and just come up enough so her heels are hovering above the floor, okay? Again, eyes forward, and she's gonna side shuffle left to right. This is much harder than it looks. Everybody looks at me funny when I show this to them in the office, and then they get on the 2x4 and they're like, oh snap, that's pretty hard. If you don't have a 2x4 at home, you could certainly do this on the sidewalk in front of your house if you've got a curb there. You can try it on stairs, but stairs aren't really wide enough for you to get much of a runway. You might notice a difference going left to right versus right to left, and this is working the little stabilizers in your feet and calves, as well as these glute med muscles, your side-to-side stabilizers that we use in gait, okay? If this is getting super boring and easy, then you can have a friend with an object. So go ahead and find a spot balance, right? And they can give you what we call perturbations, meaning we're going to make Amber work for it. So first you can throw it to the center. And then to make it harder, we can make her have to reach for it. So, and then have to recover your balance each time. So this is fun. You can pretend the floor is lava, whatever you need to do. Nice, okay? So if you don't have a friend to throw a ball with you, you can certainly bounce the ball off the wall and back again, depending on your roommate/landlord situation. You can also have a friend. Go ahead and balance on there again for me. Sure. They can do perturbations by pushing on you. So find your balance, and we can do these 4 corners, the shoulders and the hip points, and I can give her a little perturbation, forward, backwards, sideways, and see if she can recover. Right? Again, if we went eyes closed, not only would that make it harder, but she wouldn't know where I was going to push her next. So that's fun. Obviously, if I push her hard enough, she's going to fall over no matter what. So be nice, but these can be super fun. You can use a balance beam for this. You could use a balance pad. This is just a foam pad, so she can get both feet all the way on there. Okay, and this gives her more of a fighting chance if we're gonna go kind of give her some perturbations here, 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 okay? She can also try to do like a squat on there. Very nice, little yoga hands, that's good. The other thing I like to do on the balance pad or the balance beam is try to integrate some everyday movements. So if she's standing on that, can she turn her head to the left and still keep her balance? So let's do a single leg balance on there for me. Okay, and turn your head left. Right, and you see how that just goes right out the window, okay? You should be able to walk and talk, chew gum, and turn your head without falling over. And we see this, I see this all the time when I'm riding my bike. I'll ride my bike and look at something or turn to speak to someone I'm riding next to, and I'm like, ah! Okay, but you definitely don't want to do it while you're walking and standing. We've got all kinds of position sensors in our neck that are talking to our ears and our eyes, and our brain's processing all that to help us find our balance. So if you consistently notice, when I turn my head left, I really get kind of woogly, that might be something to work on. Okay, let's see if it happens when you turn to the right. On one foot. And that wasn't as bad, right? She could also play around with looking down, looking up, reaching for something, reaching crossbody. These are all just everyday things, right? To make your balance more interesting than just standing on one leg at the grocery store while you're waiting in line, okay? So you don't need to buy a blue pad. These are like 50 bucks, okay? A 2x4 is about $2 at the hardware store. You can stand on a couch cushion. Please put it on the floor first for safety. Or like a kitchen, if you have one of those gel mats in front of your sink, those are great. The thicker and fluffier it is, the harder it's gonna be, all right? But you can work on balance very inexpensively and have a lot of fun doing it, especially with shoving. Thanks for watching.